Good evening and happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you. This is Cute, Curvy, Confident Convos, and I am your host, Dr. Daryl, Life Transformation Strategist, and I am here to talk about something really good tonight. Okay, so the three ways that meditation helps to transform your mindset. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, why do I want to change my mindset? Maybe a few people. I think most people want to change their mindset because of these couple of reasons that I'm going to mention. You want to improve your life, you want to meet some goals, maybe you want to create better habits for yourself, and you're just kind of stuck in a rut because you're used to your old ways of doing things, and it's really hard to change them um, because we are who we are. Now, you end up, I'm going to say, you get influenced by your surroundings and growing up, and experiences that you encounter make up your personality, and your personality is not set until the age of 32. But for my audience, mainly women over 40, we're set in our ways, right? You already have what you believe in, and even some of those beliefs and values you don't necessarily want, but it's hard to break that change. So that is a reason why you will want to change or transform your mindset. Now, let's talk about what is mindset. Your mindset is a set of beliefs, values that develop for you over time since birth, that shape who you are, how you look at the world, how you relate to the world. This is how we have different opinions about things. Some people may see, trying to think of a good explanation. Some people may see two people walking down the street and holding hands, and one person may say, "Oh, that's so romantic," and another person may say, "No, that's just too much out in public." That's like a part of who you are, right? So, and it's very hard to change after the age of 32. We have to work really hard at how we look at the world and our beliefs and values, because they are like embedded in us, because we've been saying them and kind of practicing them over life. So it's really hard to change. So one of the ways that can help you to change your mindset or transform your mindset is meditation. Meditation is just one. And I wanted to kind of separate that and talk about that tonight. But some of the other forms is what I use in my coaching groups, and I use affirmations, I use breath work, I use visualization. But meditation is really good to use to change your mindset. So let's get into it. And I'm going to use my notes because I want to make sure that we get this really clear. I want to make sure I get this really clear for you. Now, I want to say this too before I start. It's more than three ways that meditation can change your mindset. But y'all don't want to be on here with me all night long. Am I not right? I know I'm cute and everything, but I don't even want to be. Y'all cute, but I don't want to be on here all night long with you guys. So I'm only going to mention three. The first one is, it helps to tap into your subconscious mind. Now, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about your subconscious mind, but let me tell you, it is the source of every single thing that you do. Okay, and I know you've heard me mention that it's nonlinear, it has no sense of time. So you can tell your subconscious mind something that's not even true, and keep telling yourself that over and over and over again, and eventually it's going to stick, and eventually you start acting like whatever that is that you've been telling your subconscious mind. So meditation helps you to tap into your subconscious mind and really give it direction. The second way is, it allows you to listen. It allows you to just listen. We go about our day and we're talking to this person, we're talking to that person, we're listening to this person, we're on Facebook scrolling, we're on, you know, YouTube scrolling, and these ads come up and we're just clicking, or we're at work and one person tells you this and another person tells you that. And sometimes you just need to sit with yourself for a minute. Sit with yourself for a minute. That is the opening verse of one of my songs. Let me sit with myself for a minute. Let me sit with myself for a minute. That is the opening verse of my song, Highest Version of Me, because meditation is just the key to becoming that. So I like to think of it as, prayer, because we prayer is you talking to God, but meditation is God talking to you. And it's very important that you just sit and listen. Now, you're always gonna hear me say God, and people may say, oh, well, that's not politically correct. Well, it is for me. And it's my set of values and my belief. So nobody can get me to change that word, because that is who I speak to all day long. But it is your higher power, whoever you believe in, whoever you pray to, it allows you to listen to that source. Okay. Now, my husband, today's his birthday. Happy birthday, baby. I took him to see Avatar today. And, it's been years, 10 years, because my husband was complaining about why did it take them so long to make another one? But they tapped into their source, the higher power, by what is it called? I don't know what it's called, hanging off the back of their head. And then they kind of plug into it and it lights up and everything. I think it's a perfect metaphor. And to just think of you plugging into that higher power and how it can feed you and your life and your soul. So meditation allows you to just sit and listen. And that inner voice also comes out, because guess what? The inner voice is your higher power. You are a part of that higher power. And so it is important. Let me say real quickly, if you are here, you need to give StreamYard permission to use your name, so that if you leave a comment, I can see who you are if you're leaving a comment. So number 2 is it allows you to sit and listen and hear what you may have been looking for all along. This is crazy. Like, I'm just talking about the 3 songs on my album, but another title song to on my album is I Am My Answer. And that came to me in the lyrics because I realized over time, and meditation helped me to come to this, is I already have all the answers inside of me, because I am my answer. All I need to do is just create a plan and execute. But we all know what we want. And for the majority of us, what we really want is to just be happy, to wake up and be happy and not have like a serious worry. We all going to have some trials and tribulations, but for the most part, you just want to live your life and be happy and be productive and make other people happy at the end of the day. And so you want to make sure that you are tapping into that higher power. Okay. The third and last way that meditation helps to transform your mindset, it helps to redirect your thoughts. So y'all know, and I always do this, those negative self talks and self whatever that comes in, if you say, you know what, I think I want, a new house. Girl, what are you talking about? We can't do that. Or I think I want to start a business. And then your subconscious mind say, girl, we got good health insurance at this job. We're not quitting this job. That is those negative self-talk. And meditation will help you to redirect that, because maybe your subconscious mind, the inner you, will say to you, you know what, maybe we could be business owners. Let's see who we can connect to. You start hanging around people who are business owners. You start tapping into all the free resources that you have in your city for new entrepreneurs. It's just a matter of opening yourself to those resources that will come in. Now, there's a book that I've read. Gosh, of course, y'all know I'm 51. I think it's called The X Factor, and it talks about attracting things to yourself. And it's so funny. I'll use myself right now because it's been happening to me. I need a new car, and I said that I would drive my car until the wheels fell off. Okay, now they're not off yet, but they almost off. So me, I'm a planner. I said, well, let me start to go looking around. And also I know that I want a car that's a little bit higher because I have severe arthritis in both knees. I need knee replacements in both knees. And I'm not ready to have that surgery. It was scheduled, and I was like, I listened to me, honey. I listened to that inner thought, that inner voice, and I was like, nah, it's not the time. So I said, if the next time I get a car, I want one that's a little bit higher. So I love the Mini Cooper, the Countryman edition. I don't know how you say it. So I went because you got to walk in it. So I went to the dealership. I sat in that car. Okay, I'm getting ready to do my vision board for the first quarter of the year because I don't do no vision boards for a year. I do them only for a short amount of time, 90 days. And I have a picture of that car on my vision board because I want it. And it's gonna help me because I'm telling you, I gotta pray. I do this before I get out my car, and I just have a regular sedan, but it's too low for these bone on bone knees, and I'm tired of being in pain when I get in and out of my car or walking up the steps, and I deserve to be comfortable because I'm worthy of that. So I want a little higher car. Let me tell you, I know I see this car at least, I'm going to say if it's 7 days in a week, I see this car at least 4 days of the week. And I mainly see it in the morning. And today, when I took my husband out, I saw one. We parked next to one, like two spaces over. And I said, see, there you go. Now, let's talk about this. Did the car really just start appearing for me? Or because I tapped into my mindset, did I become more observant of what's around me, and now I notice the car faster because it's what I'm thinking about, all not all the time, but it's what I've said. I set my intention on getting the car, so now it shows up. Now that is a good example to let you know that what you want is already there. But if you don't focus on it and you're not paying attention and putting that energy towards it, you walk right past it. Because you're not telling me it's a whole bunch of these cars in Baltimore, Maryland. I know that there are. I've never really noticed it. I parked at work one morning and it was next to me, and I said, oh, that's a nice car, and it's not real high that I gotta like step up into. I can just kind of slide in it, right? Slide out, right? Um, so yes, it's true. Now I want to read this comment. He says, a week after I got my last car, I looked back on my vision board and some color. I know that's right. Same color and everything. Thank you for sharing that. And that is what I am talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And it seems like it's not seems, but it's so easy to do that we let it go right over our heads and we refuse to tap into the power that we have to attract the things that we want. And meditation allows that by helping to transform your mindset so that you say, well, of course I can get another car. What are you talking about? Y'all know my thing. Whenever I come up with something and that negative self-talk kind of starts to come in, I say, well, why not? Why can't I have a car? Why can't I put it on my vision board now and close on that car? Do you close on the car? Like y'all know what I mean. Sign on the dotted line before the 12 weeks are up. Why not? So if you start questioning yourself, right, then you will open up more doors. And those doors, you start acting like that person. And so in one of my signature speeches, I always talk about, the first affirmation that I started with was, I am disciplined and focused. And I know you guys have seen this before. I got it tattooed on my wrist. And I didn't believe that at first, but I just started saying it. And I started writing it down. Before I knew it, I was a little bit more disciplined and focused. I was making better decisions in regards to, the food. I was doing better with going plant-based. I was doing better with just getting up and going to exercise with no problem. It wasn't like, oh, I got to exercise. It was like, oh, thank you, God. I get to exercise. I get to feel great because I feel great after I exercise. It's the getting up and doing it was the problem. But when I started saying that, exercising comes easy for me. I exercise every day. I love it. Then all of a sudden, I was that person that just got up at 4 o'clock and went to the gym and came back home, took a shower, and went to work. So meditation helps you. It's a superpower, and so it helps you to kind of. I want to say it's going to help you to stay focused, and it's going to help you to improve your self awareness of what you really want for yourself. It'll help you to gain clarity as well, because we sit around and we think, oh, we want all of this stuff, and some of these things you get, and you realize it's not really what I wanted, but because you didn't ask specifically for it and you wasn't strategic about what you were asking for, you got exactly what you asked for, which was a frivolous ask because you didn't gain the clarity in order to make good decisions and be strategic about what you are trying to affirm. So I'm going to repeat the 3 ways because we're done. Y'all know I don't keep y'all on here long. I like to do little tidbits because when you're teaching, and I am a special educator, you don't want to teach no skill that's 45 an hour long. You want to teach something short so the babies get it and then they can do it and practice it. And it's the same way with adults. I don't know why people think when you get grown, all of a sudden you stop learning. You learn the same way. You learn the same way. And that idea of multitasking is impossible. It's impossible to multitask and do a whole bunch of things at once. You can't, the brain can't do it. Now, how many of you, when you're parking your car, when you're, I'm going to say parallel parking, you turn that radio right down and park? I don't know anybody who does not do that. And you know why? Because you can't multitask. You need to pay attention to parallel parking. Okay, so let me just go over the 3 ways that meditating will help to transform your mindset. The first one, it helps you to tap into your subconscious mind, which is your superpower. Well, we have several, but that's a big superpower. It helps you to tap into your subconscious mind. Number 2, it allows you to listen to God, your higher power, Buddha, Yahweh. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's whomever you feel like is giving you the life and the source to be here. It allows you to just sit and listen to yourself, your inner self, that inner voice. And lastly, it helps to redirect your thoughts. I know for me, it helped me to reduce the negative thoughts. They don't come in as often. Now, they come in because I'm human and I'm just like you guys, and I have negative thoughts too. I'm thinking, okay, I do coaching for people. You can't do this full time. You've been teaching for 20 years. It's your life, special education. Not only do you work in it, but you live it. But why can't I? Why can't I change and give back to the world in a different way, which is what I want to do? And I'm not going to let anything get in my way because my mindset is, why not? Why can't I do X, Y, and Z? And I'm here to tell you that you can do it. Now, if you want just some short little meditation tracks, you can text the word party. I'm going to talk about what I have going across the screen, but you can text the word party to 443-775-2325 and download my album. It's a collection of guided affirmations, meditations, and I have 3 songs on the album. And it is a starter to meditating. A lot of people think that, oh, I got to get up 3 hours early. I got to have this space with these candles and this cute little rug. I mean, it's nothing wrong with getting the candles and the cute little rug, but let me tell you what you can do. Now, I do suggest that you set up on the side of the bed because you also want to focus on your breathing. And it's easier to do that if you're setting up. If you're laying down, you're already setting the intention that you're just chilling and you don't want to just chill. So you want to get up, just sit on the side of your bed. You're going to take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose, hold it for a couple of seconds, breathe out of your mouth. Do that 3 times. If you have my album, play one of the meditations that are on the album and just listen. Your mind is going to wander. It's going to take some practice and it's okay. But as soon as you notice that your mind is wandering, come back. My mind wanders too. I have a million things to do. during the daytime. But I've been able to master it to the point where if it does creep in, I can stop it and I can get right back on my meditation. And I only meditate for about 5 minutes. Some days I do a longer meditation, but I never do any more than 20 minutes because you really don't need to do any more than 20 minutes. But I would start with 3 to 5 minutes. I have some short meditations on the album. I think I have two that are longer meditations that you could work up to doing that. Okay. Now, for my other thing that I have for you guys, I am having a 2023 Get Set. That's my issue. My mind wanders a lot. Yeah, it does. But I'm telling you, it's okay. It's really okay if your mind wanders. You just need to come back. And just like when you change your mindset and you're just starting out and you may end up doing that habit that you want to stop, but guess what? You catch yourself quicker. That's the thing. People say, "Oh, well, it's not working because I keep doing the same thing." Well, guess what? If you've probably been doing that thing that you no longer want to do for years. It's not going to change overnight. But what will happen is you catch it quicker and you get back on track much faster. So Sunday I'm holding a 2023 Get Set. I'm going to help you to set up your intention for this year. You will get a download workbook to download. It's only $23. Let me help you get yourself set up for 2023 because you said this year, last year. Do not be sitting here listening to me because I'm going to be here every Thursday. Okay. Do not have yourself sitting here next year at this time, which will probably be either the 28th or the 30th, because y'all know how the days change, right? At 8 p.m. And you're going, oh yeah, she's right. I do want to change that. When you could have had 365 days to change what you want. Your time is now. All you have to do is just take it. Just take it. So again, you can text the word party to get the album. You can text the word coaching to the number that you see on the screen, 443-775-2325. Get your ticket for Sunday. It's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna have some fun. And it's virtual. So you can, well, you're not gonna have on your pajamas. I like to do stuff late at night, but I said let me do a little bit earlier. So join me on Sunday at 3 p.m. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm telling you, it can be done. All you need to do is start asking yourself, why can't I have what I want? Abundance is your birthright. It's your birthright. But if you sit around thinking that you're not worthy of it, that is exactly what happens. You won't be worthy of it. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me tonight. I love you guys, and I hope to see you on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a beautiful evening. Enjoy your new year. Let me tell you this one more thing before I go. I know it's January the 1st. Okay. Hey, Harriet. Thank you. I know it's January the 1st, but let me tell you, for those of you who are doing your vision boards, because this is a time that you're doing your vision board. I am a vision board expert. My vision board event is on February the 4th, and let me tell you, we get it in. Okay, you leave your vision board is done. You are set for the next 12 weeks. When you do your vision board, do not do a vision board for the entire year. Or if you decide to do that, do one for the entire year and then do a smaller one. Pick 3 to 5 goals off of your vision board for the year. Pick 3 to 5 goals that you're going to work on for the next 12 weeks. Then come back and revisit and do another one. Because when you don't check in, you think you have all year, which is you do, which means that you're going to keep putting it off because I have all year to do this. I have until December the 31st. It's only January the 1st. I have all year. And you know what happens? You do absolutely nothing. Do it for 12 weeks and that's it. And I can help you do that. Come to the event. You're going to have a beautiful time. Okay, now I'm done. Thank you for listening to Cute, Curvy, Confident Convos. And I'll see you guys next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love y'all. Da, 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 da.